Hey Transformdom, this is Ben here, and today I'd like to share my thoughts on the top 5 things that X-Transbots can do to kind of get fans back into their camp after the lock fiasco. Now, the lock fiasco has happened quite some time ago, but I think X-Transbots are trying to do some things to rebuild that community trust. But these are my top 5 things that I think that X-Transbots can do to even bolster up that consumer confidence. Now, these top 5 are purely my opinions. I'm not a management consultant, I'm not a marketing guru, but I'm just a fan who loves X-Transbots and I want them to do well. Some of you know that I really do love my X-Transbots. I love the way they really kind of blend themselves into the Sunbow G1 cartoon goodness. And I really want them to succeed. So let's get cracking. Number 5. Stop answering Facebook comments in riddles. I don't know if you know, but the X-Transbots official Facebook page isn't really managed by X-Transbots or Keith himself, but rather from a famous Transformers community contributor. Now, I would not reveal his name out of respect for X-Transbots and that person, but I would just say that this person is a North American person. He is an admin and a moderator for quite a number of Facebook groups, and he makes stuff that he sells online with the Transformers community. So that's as much as I would say. So basically what we have is we have a person who is not Keith, who may know things but can't reveal them, or doesn't have all the answers at the moment. So when the person is commenting on the questions posed by fans in the Facebook page, he, with his sense of humor, will answer a lot of stuff in kind of a riddle form. And the thing is, because the Facebook community, as well as the whole world in general, we are all quite diverse. We don't have that sense of humor that the guy has. And so some people do get frustrated for not getting straight up answers. And it's really not X-Transbots' fault. And I think that's something that X-Transbots can do better, like maybe just follow the fans' hobbies way of interacting with the community. But those kind of comments sometimes do hurt the brand rather than help it. Number 4. Send out review copies to respected reviewers. Now, there are people out there who are simply waiting for video reviews before they actually click on the buy button, and that's because they are all kind of skeptical about the quality that X-Transbots has. So what X-Transbots can do that the third party aren't doing anymore is to send out review copies to respectable reviewers, people like Pig for Life, maybe Amgo, and if they're brave enough, go for Bobby. Sending out review copies helps build relationships with the community, and it helps buyers to just kind of make that decision that they are going to buy their toys. And it also sends a vote of confidence that my toys are good quality. And they better make sure that it's a good quality too, right? Because otherwise, what's the point of trying to send something out and have that preview copy spoil the potential sales? Now, I would not advise X-Transbots to send out prototypes because, it's usually there's something wrong with it and that will give a wrong impression to potential buyers. But they can send out review copies of things that are already built, maybe towards the final stages of the toy production cycle. Now, if X-Transbots are kind of afraid to get review copies out there to video reviewers, maybe they can just send it to people like I'm on Fire or Sixo so that they can get some photograph reviews and pictures that is from the community instead of from X-Transbots' in-house photographer. So that's something that they can do to help build trust with the brand. Number 3. Now, I love complex transformations and I love how X-Transbots keeps on pushing the engineering prowess to include like gimmicks and accessories. They improve the design philosophy to include real-world gimmicks in terms of like dashboards and doors that open, steering wheels, and all kinds of alt mode gimmicks. and they're trying to improve their articulation as well. And of course, I really want X-Transbots to kind of up their engineering game to give us Takara level grade of articulation. But it's very unfortunate that if you watch my kamikaze transformation videos, you know that my scores for successfully transforming X-Transbots or KFC toys from one mode to the other without any instructions, that means just using my intuition, is not the best. Takara can have complex transformation sequences, but it's still very intuitive. The engineering tolerances allows me to fit and move things without really being afraid to break things. Now, I'm not an engineer, so I wish I can just get a copy of a toy and then suggest to maybe 598 to kind of design the toy this way. And you know what, X-Transbot is not at fault, because the toys are usually designed by one person or two persons instead of the luxury that Hasbro and Takara have with their multi-person teams when it comes to designing a toy and to improve the intuition. Nonetheless, I still hope that they can make that progress to make toys that are more intuitive to transform. Number 2, make sure the Virtus is a solid toy. Now, X-Transbots can make very good, well-built toys. For example, the Klaatu is one of the best built X-Transbots toys out there. So we know that X-Transbots can build toys that are high in quality. Now, the reason why fans are not confident about the build quality for X-Transbots toys is because of examples like this overheat with the cracked shoulders that did happen for quite a number of fans, or the waist that just kind of snaps off for Death Wish. In fact, one of my Death Wish abs kind of snapped off. So what's going to happen is many people are going to wait and see how Lock turns out and also how Virtus will turn out. My suggestion is that X-Transbots should release the Lock first, and then followed by another excellent release in the Virtus. That should really improve the confidence that fans have with X-Transbots. Number 1, and the one thing that X-Transbots can really do to mend fans' confidence in their brand is to resolve the Lock fiasco. Many fans, including myself, are waiting for X-Transbots to give us instructions either through retailers or directly on the Facebook group or whatever it is. Instructions on how we can get our reissued Lock. You know, they made promises with us that they're going to resolve this issue, but we haven't heard anything from them yet. We don't really have a timeline. They promised us in July, but there's been setback after setback. My hope is, and I am quite confident, but I'm still a bit wary, I really do hope that X-Transbots won't abandon their promise to replace their Lock with us, because even though we haven't got instructions about how to replace Lock, some retailers are putting up pre-orders for the Lock 2.0 already. So I really hope that we can hear something about their Lock issue and how X-Transbots intends to resolve it. And many people are on the sideline to see how the Lock fiasco is resolved, as well as quality that Virtus will be. So these are my top 5 things that X-Transbots can do in order to improve and restore confidence in their brand. What do you think that X-Transbots can do? Do you think that they should stop making false promises like the Gravestone trailer click and bait, or the promises of keeping the Stunticon car prices low, but in fact it didn't stay low the whole time? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons, and also smash the sub and bell icons for more future vids. Again, this is Ben signing off, and I'll see you on the flip side.